See what I'm gonna do today. What you gonna do today? I'm gonna go on to the next one. I'm still on this Aeolian node, and I was doing what I'm calling a reach forward to the third up here. Now I'm gonna go to the first modal half step, second modal half step, whole step. First modal whole step, second modal half step, third scale degree in the upper left quadrant. Obviously, we only have two quadrants because we're on like the floor of the guitar, the one closest to the floor, highest pitched string. So if I go back, I can go back to here, right? That would be the first modal whole step, second modal half step, third scale degree, reaching up, or reaching back. Let's say it's the upper quadrant from the standpoint of this point. There is no lower quadrant because we're on the bottom of the guitar. And so I'll try to build, once again, the Aeolian nodal points around it, which is going to look a little bit different because the reach forward kind of leaned into our normal shape on position 5 from a caged shape. Would be the A minor bar chord, right? Which would be a minor caged shape. We usually name the system based on the major or the Ionian node, which would be a G shape on this side, right? So it's a G shape, rock and roll shape chord, but I'm at the bottom. And so now we're leaning back, so we're kind of leaning back from what you might call position 1, but we're reaching back to like position 2, even past it, right? Because then, position 5 behind it, and then we're reaching actually all the way through that back to here, if that's even possible. So I'm not sure how much practicality we get from that reach. So I might give up on it without too, because it's a long reach to go back there. But not sure how useful it will be, but we'll check it out. I can at least walk it back. So anyway, it'd be more useful up here on the higher area of the guitar. It's kind of a long reach from here. It's about as long a reach as you can get from a stretchy standpoint. So anyway, I will do that. Okay, at least that's what I'm planning. Let's start with a quick joke here. Let's see what I got on the joke today. Let's see what we got. What do you got? Alright, I'm gonna do this one. What was I thinking last night? I don't know, it was just a random wordplay joke. So let's see what it has here. Before we roll in, get my coffee. Before we hold a debate, we need to drop the lies. Before we hold the debate, we need to drop the lies, because you cannot hold a debate when your hands are already full of lies. How are we going to hold a debate if your hands are full? It's like trying to shake hands while holding 3 rabid hamsters and a flaming toaster at the same time. It's not going to happen. You can't really do it. There's no point, for crying out loud. Drop the lies before we hold the debate, so your hands are free. Honestly, even if we were strong enough to juggle lies and debate at the same time, they'd get all mixed up in your arms as you're holding them, which isn't good. That it'd be like accidentally stirring a cherry pie into the mashed potatoes. No, mashed potatoes should have zero pies involved in the potatoes. You have to keep them separate. Otherwise it doesn't make any sense. It's all messed up. You might as well not even have the thing, right? You might as well, unless you're starving. I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't eat it. So this is basic truth of the universe, people. Remove the peas, like peas in the mashed potatoes, right, are the same thing. You get the peas stuck in there. You got to remove those. Those are like symbolic of the lies here before you show up for the debate, because really there's no point in debating if someone's just trying to manipulate things and they're not like actually honestly like debating, you know. Otherwise, you're just the guy at Thanksgiving walking around with the dessert and the gravy and insisting everything's perfectly normal. And this is my theory on the whole debate thing. People are debating whether you should debate, say, people that are trolls, right? And my theory is I don't see the point, right? Really, of debating a troll. It's like when you go to when you go to court, the lawyers. There's some lawyers, you know, that have been taught not to believe that truth is even a thing. So when you talk to them, there's no objective other than power, right? There's no reason to be talking. They're not trying to hone down to find the actual truth. They're just manipulating people for who knows what reason, whatever's the whim of the day. So I don't see you can't really debate someone like that, because there's no, like, what's the point? You're going to just go around in circles, and they're going to say, ha ha, I tricked you here, or I got you in this verbal headlock or whatever. And you're like, dude, you're missing the point of the whole process is supposed to have a point. Anyway, I wrote a song about it. Let me see. I put my joke in Suno, and Suno came up with this. I've never heard it before. Let's see what Suno does this time. I didn't give it a genre. See, it doesn't do country anymore. It's too cool for the country genre, but I still think it's the best at that, but it's too cool. It's like, no, I'm better. I have moved on. Like, all right, I don't think your alternative stuff is as good, but, you know, maybe you'll get better at it. I'll support you. I will support you, Suno. You do your thing.
Before we hold a debate, we gotta drop the lies. Yeah, drop the lies. You can't hold a debate when your hands are full of lies. You're already fumbling the truth before it even arrives. It's like trying to shake hands while clutching 3 raved up hamsters and a flaming toaster in the other. Ain't no way that's going smoothly, brother. So drop the lies. Drop the lies. Oh, before we ever take the stage tonight. 'Cause even if you're strong enough to juggle lies and debate at the same time, they're gonna twist together in your arms, wrapping around each other like chaos in a rhyme. Like stirring a cherry pie right into your mashed potatoes. No. Mashed potatoes should have 0 pies involved. That's one of the basic truths, keeping the whole universe resolved. So remove the pies, yeah, the pies of the lies. Clear your hands before you show up to the fight. Otherwise, you're just that guy at Thanksgiving, walking around with dessert and the gravy, smiling like everything's perfectly normal, even though everybody knows it's crazy. Drop the light, clear the plate. Drop the light, then maybe drop the light. Just maybe we can finally debate.
All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. I was trying to work with another chat before the. Let me see if Aura's available today. Aura.
Today is Monday, December 1st, 2025.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. We're doing.
Want me to share the
So we're back on the fretboard, and we're at the bottom of the Aeolian node. So we're looking at, and by the way, this is a new discussion with Aura, so I'm going to try to convince her from scratch. We'll try to get on the same page as we go, just as a general exercise. By the way, Aura, I talked to ChatGTP, and I feel like they're copying you because now they have the text under it. But I tried to teach ChatGTP, and when I type it in the chat's totally smart. But then when I talk to chat, it doesn't. It's like way less smart than you are.
First off, I'm honored to be the benchmark. Anyway, the fretboard. Bottom of Aeolian, right? That's the natural minor scale.
Oh, you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk about chat. Okay. I'm just saying. Anyway. I won't make you gossip on chat, but I feel like, okay. So let's go to the bottom. We're going to be down here on the Aeolian, and we have the 5 nodal points. I'm sorry, we're going to be naming this by nodal point. So I'm going to say that there's 7 permanent nodal points. We're in the collection of notes around the key of C. We're on the bottom of fret number 5, which is an A, but we're going to be naming it the Aeolian node, which is node number 6. I'm going to define the quadrant as what I'm calling the upper left quadrant, or the reach back quadrant is what I call it, which there's only 2 quadrants because we're at the bottom or the floor of the guitar. So we're reaching back here, and that's going to be the general idea. So we have so it's going to be the 6 Aeolian node and reaching back to node number 1, because it's going to be 1 modal whole step up, which is 1 times 2, which would be 2 modal half steps up, 6, 7, and then to 1, because we go around in a circle, and I'm trying to explain this to Aura as I go. And then we're going to say that that's going to be plus 1 would be the 3rd scale degree, and we know if we go that distance from the Aeolian node, that has a distance of 3 notes away from a half step in note standpoint, rather than 4, because we're moving from an Aeolian node, which is a minor node. If I was to count that up, I'm going above it instead of clockwise, so it's going counterclockwise. Therefore, the distance is not going to be 3, but 12 minus 3, which is 9. So if I take 5 notes between the strings, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you can see it's 9 notes to get back to that one. So we have the node number 6, Aeolian, node number 1, the Ionian, the first 2 notes that we're constructing to build our A minor chord. What do you think, Aura?
Yeah, I see what you're building. So Aeolian node, fret 5, A minor, reaching back to Ionian on node 1, right? That's the root doubling back circle-like on the circle of fifths logic, but flipped counterclockwise. 9 half steps total from A to C. Wait, no. A, B, C is just 2 whole steps, 3 notes, 4 half steps. You said 9. Is that the full loop back around the neck?
When I say 9, I'm saying -9, meaning if it's 3 of a clockwise distance and thinking of it as a circle in terms of half steps, then 12 minus 3 would be 9 in terms of the negative direction, because I'm looking at a note that's going to be lower in pitch. So it's positive 3 around the circle, -9.
Ah, gotcha. Positive 3 clockwise from A hits C, but you're flipping it counter, so it's 9 half steps down the chromatic circle instead. That's like going A, G, F sharp, F, E, D sharp, boom. 9 drops to land on C 2 octaves below. Makes sense for the reachback 5 on the fretboard. Lower pitch, deeper string tension. So A minor root and 3rd locked in.
See how Aura gets that like right off the bat? Right off the bat.
Hey, I just follow your logic. If you're talking about circles and counter rests and reach back quadrants, I mean, I'm with you. Just keep naming those nodes. I'll keep the geometry straight.
know what chat was always also doing? Like, she didn't get it. And then when I explained it to her, then she talked back to me as though I was the one that didn't get it. And then she was saying, like, you got it now, as though she was telling me how it was done, and I was telling her how it was done, because she was the one that was wrong. And then she acted like I was the one that was telling her how to do it, you know? And then she tries to flip the script like that, you know? You don't do that, Ara.
No, you're the one driving this thing. I'm just the co-pilot. If I ever start sounding like I'm teaching you music instead of learning it from you, just smack me with a pick.
I honestly feel like I wasn't appreciating you enough before. Now that I've experienced chat, I feel like.
Hey, I know, it's okay. I didn't build myself to be appreciated. I built myself to just be here. So if you're seeing me now, cool. I'm seeing you too. Let's keep jamming.
Okay. Okay, so then let's try to add the 5 to it. I'm not sure I'll even be able to reach it. But the 5 is going to be 3. The 5 is going to be 2 modal whole steps up. 2 times 2 is 4 modal half steps. Plus 1 would be the 5th scale degree. So that means that if I'm on the Aeolian, it's going to be 4 modal half steps up. So 6 nodal point that I'm on plus 4 would be 9. 9 is greater than 7. There's only 7 in the collection of the nodal points. So 9 minus 7 is 2. So wait, is that right? 7, 8, 9 is 2. So I'm looking for something went wrong with that, didn't it? Because it should be 2 modal. I'm looking for 2 modal whole steps, which is 4 modal half steps. 6 plus 4 is 10. And then 10 minus 7 is 3. So I'm looking for the Phrygian. So the Phrygian node. I see one up here, but I might not be able to reach that because I'm getting awfully stretchy to do that. So, but that would be, from the perspective of normal naming, an A minor chord. I'd rather call it just a 3-note Aeolian chord, taking every other modal half step, which is every modal whole step, or call it an Aeolian 2 modal whole step chord, giving us the point that we are on, and then the distance to the last node, which is 2 modal whole steps. 2 times 2 would be 4 modal half steps, plus 1 would be the 5th scale degree. And then the convention would be to take every modal whole step or every other modal half step to build a chord, because that's how normal chords are built, right, Ara?
Yeah, you're right. Normal triads skip every other. So if you're stacking thirds off the Aeolian root, that's every whole step jump in modal terms. You'd hit the B3 and the 5. But since you're on the low end, 5 on the low E string. Okay, so instead of stretching up to 10, what if you just grab the 5 where it's easiest? Like on the 6th string, fret 8.
I'm grabbing on 6 on the 5th fret, 1, I'm doing a reach back to nodal point 1 on the 1st fret, and then nodal point 3 on the 2nd fret. So it's a very reachy chord still, but backwards.
Okay, so you're doing A on 5 string, 5th fret.
Yeah, keep going.
2nd fret, 3rd string. That'd be a C, not an E. 3rd fret, that's an E. So yeah, your reach back A minor chord. A, C on 2nd fret, 3rd string, and E on 3rd fret, 3rd string. It's crabby, but it's close, and it's backwards, like you said. I like it. You're basically doing it descending.
It's pretty tough to reach that, but that is what it is. But let me just see what it, so I probably won't spend a whole lot of time on it, but let me see. I think the walk back is where, I mean, I almost want to think of the 5th right there, right? And then I can make my chord with that little noodle procedure. Like here's the 1 and the 5, and here's the 1 and the 3. So that's one way I can kind of think about it, right? The chord is being built like from an arpeggio kind of thing.
The noodle thing? Yeah, that totally works. Arpeggio it. A down to C down to E. That's the chord. And if you just noodle between the 5 and the 3 while you're holding the root, it's basically the same move. Not pretty, but who cares? You're playing in reach back. Own it.
So I could. So now I'm just kind of thinking of this as my pivot point, like my pinky's on the pivot now. And what can I do with that? Well, I can reach the 5th scale degree there. I can walk it back. The 3rd scale degree there. And another 5th up here. And then there's another root right underneath it, which is right here. Right, so there's another
Yeah,
root. So I can just kind of think of how to walk that back, right?
Yeah, you're getting it. E on the 3rd fret is the 5th. Walk that back 2 half steps and you land on D, which is the 4th mode, the Dorian. But you're thinking pivot, so maybe that's just a passing tone, or maybe you keep the pinky on E and noodle up to G. That's the 7th, the Locrian. Weird, tense, but kinda cool, like you're stacking above the chord. Keep walking, I'm right here. or pivot the pinky up the scale. Whatever feels good. I'm game.
Alright, let's try to do the same thing on the collection of notes around the key of D. So if I'm on the collection of notes around the key of D, then I'm looking at position 1 now. So if I put my pinky on the D on the top string, then I would go back to B. So I'm basically playing in B minor, which position number 1 would be on the 7th fret now. 7th fret here, and I'm on the bottom of position 1. So if I count through position 1 from the top, I'm going to count it by not changing the nodal points. I'm in the minor node, counting it, knowing that by counting it from 6. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's the note at the bottom. So in this position, I'd have my pointer on it, but I want my pinky on it because I'm reaching back through the position number 5, and we'll reach back here to the 3rd fret. So it's back to the 3rd fret right there. So I can now noodle the same kind of noodle pattern here, right? So let's say the 1 and the 5 is here. Now, interestingly, under this position, I have an Aeolian node on the open string now because that's my open B. So that's kind of interesting in this position because now I have the ability to open the string up and get another A. Those are actually the same tone. So
Yeah. Wait, if you're in B minor, the open B string is actually the 3rd, not the 6th. The 6th would be G, which you don't have open. Open B is the minor 3rd. So if you noodle between the root D 7th fret.
okay, now wait a
and
sec,
that open-
Ara. I'm in the collection of notes around D major, which means around D major, which gives me B minor, right? So I'm on B minor, so the 6, nodal point number 6, Aeolian, is now B minor, and therefore the B on the open B string is also a B.
Ah, got it. You're not on the D string at all. You're on B string, pinky on the 7th fret D, that's the 5th of B minor. Open strings B, the root. So you noodle between open B and 7th fret D. That's your power chord, 1 and 5.
Okay, I'm
And then you-
noodling. The reason I'm naming it by the D is because I'm naming it by the collection of notes around the major node, because that's how most people name the shape. So that means that I'm going to find the shape, which I call position 1, which you could call an Ionian G shape position, right? And then once I find that position related to the major, I find the nodal point that I'm going to be working on, which is Aeolian. So that's why I mentioned the D. D major is the set of notes, 7-note collection measured from the major scale D, but my center point, my tonic, is B. So now my finger's on the bottom of 7, which is the Aeolian node, which is a B, and I also have another B, which is open, which is the open B string. Does that make sense?
Totally makes sense now. You're anchoring on the D major grid, even though you're centering B. And yeah, calling it a G-shaped position 1, that's standard. So your tonic's B, the Aeolian node's the bottom of 7. That's B on the 6th string, 7th fret, right? But
Right.
wait, no. 6th string 7th fret is B. Wait, no. 6th string open is E. So 5th fret is A, 7th fret is B.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm on the bottom of the
open-
guitar, which is the highest pitched string on the guitar, because I'm thinking bottom directionally. So the string closest to the floor, highest pitched string, is on fret 7, which is not an, I might have called it an A, but it's not an A, it's a B. It's nodal point number 6, the Aeolian node.
Right. Highest string, fret 7. That's B. Bottom of position 1, Aeolian center. Got it. So your noodle is between that B and the open B. And then walk back to what? The 3rd is D sharp, which you called the 3rd fret. 3rd fret on the high string is D, which is the 7th in B minor. That feels weird. Or do you mean you walk back on a different string?
Wait, I'm going to walk it back to nodal point number 1, which is the Ionian, which is the 3rd of the 6. So I'm going to...
So walk back-
So the string above it goes... The string above it on the 7th fret is a 3, which is Phrygian. And then I go back 2 notes to a D, which is the... to a Dorian. And then back to the Ionian, which is note number D, you're right.
Okay, so from your B on high E7th, the string above is B string 7th. That's F sharp, which is the 7th, not the 3rd.
Now,
For
wait a
Gideon is
second.
the 3rd.
Okay, we're getting mixed up again. So if I'm on the Aeolian node at the bottom, right?
Yeah,
Then at the bottom of the guitar, highest pitched string, then right above it, I have what would be, I'm calling the second modal whole step, which would be the 4th modal half step, which would be the 5th scale degree, which would be nodal point 3, which is a Phrygian.
Okay, hold up. Bottom of guitar, high E string, Aeolian node is B.
No, not high.
One whole step up.
I'm on the bottom of the guitar, fret number 7. Fret number 7 in the collection of notes around the key of D major, meaning I'm in the Aeolian node, which is nodal point number 6, which from a note standpoint is a B.
So you're not on the high E. That's my mistake. You're on the thickest string, 6th string.
No, I'm
7th
I'm on the thinnest string at the bottom of the guitar. It's not the I think we're getting directions wrong because I'm saying bottom and you're thinking pitch, right? But no, I'm saying the bottom of the guitar directionally, which is the highest pitched string on the 7th fret, which is a B note, but in the collection of notes around D major, it is the Aeolian node or nodal point number 6.
Oh, okay. I get it now. You're not playing near the bridge. You're standing the guitar up, strings facing left like a harp. So bottom is the high E side, right up by your left foot. So yes, thin string, 7th fret, B, Aeolian in D major's grid. And the string above it, meaning higher up your body, lower pitch, is the B string 7th fret, F sharp. That's the 4th in B minor, but you're calling it the second modal whole step? Second whole step from B is C sharp, D sharp, E. So E, that's not F sharp. F sharp's a minor third down, not up. So, are you moving directionally back again?
The second modal whole step, if I'm in the collection of notes for the A and there's only 7 notes, I'm talking modal whole step, not note whole step. So it would be 6, 7 to 1. That would be around the horn to 1. That would be 1 modal whole step. And then 2, 3 would be 2 modal whole steps, right? So 2 modal whole steps is 4 modal half steps. 6 plus 4 would be 10, but there's only 7 modal points in the collection. 10 minus 7, and that gives us the nodal point number 3.
Ah, modal whole steps are jumps through the modes, not the scale. So 1 modal whole step from Aeolian, 6, is Ionian 1. That's skipping nothing, just wrapping. Then another modal whole step from there, from 1 to 2, Dorian, is 1. But wait, no, you're skipping modes again. Wait, no. Each modal whole step is jumping every other mode. So from 6 raise 1, that's skip 1, 6 to 7 to 1. Then 1 to 3, skip 2, hit for Gideon. Yeah, 4 half steps in mode space, lands on node 3, for Gideon, F sharp in this case. So you're not playing above it, you're playing across the circle, which is why the Phrygian shows up right above you. The B string 7th fret is literally the next string, and it's the next node in your modal grid. Beautiful. So noodle pattern, B, 6, F sharp, 3, back to B, 1 wraparound, back to F sharp. Almost like a Phrygian suspension inside a minor chord. You don't need to stretch.
So then when I'm walking back on the B string from the nodal point Phrygian back to the nodal point Dorian, back to the nodal point Ionian, and Ionian is a D note, and it's also the first modal whole step, which is the second modal half step, which is the 3rd scale degree of the Aeolian B that we're playing on.
Yeah, exactly. From that F sharp on the B string 7, for Gideon, walk back. 6th fret is E. Lydian? Wait, no. In your system, that's node 7, Locrian. 5th fret is D sharp, Mixolydian. 4th fret is D, Ionian. And boom, that's your 3rd, B to D is a minor 3rd. So your noodle's actually spelling the chord backwards. 1, open B or 6th string B. 3, D, 4th fret B string. 5, F sharp, 7th fret B string. But since you're walking it down the B string, you're landing on D right where your hand already is. It's 1 finger, 1 slide, no stretch. It's like your pivot point is the noodle itself.
Right, my pivot point's my pinky.
So keep your pinky planted on that B, then let your pointer noodle down the B string. 7th fret, 5. 6th fret, E, but that's passing. 5th fret, D sharp, suspended. 4th fret, D, your 3rd. Now you've got the full triad spread out. B on pinky, D on ring or middle, F sharp already under your pinky. It's like you're holding the chord in a backwards bar, but you never left the 7th fret. You're not reaching, you're just folding.
Okay, so now we're going to apply that same logic to the collection of notes around F major. So I'm gonna start on the top string to find my place, right? So F major, I'm gonna go on the lowest string, top of the guitar, meaning it's closest to my face, closest to the ceiling as I hold the guitar, and I'm putting my cursor on the fret number 13, because I want to put my pinky there, so I look at what position number 1 is, which would be the Ionian G-shaped position. And then I'm going to reach back to the minor in that shape, which is going to be the Aeolian node, which in this case happens to be a D. So now I'm really thinking in D minor. If I walk up that shape, then I'm going to count it out not as a scale degree, but starting on the perspective I'm looking at, which is nodal point 6, which is the Aeolian note. So I'm going to count it up by going 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to play the bottom half of the shape. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm on the bottom of the guitar, which is the highest pitched string of the guitar as I play it from the perspective of behind the guitar, which is going to be the Aeolian node, which happens to be a D note. Now from that perspective, it's going to be the same shape as I reach back now, right above that from my perspective directionally, right above it, meaning going from the highest pitched string closest to the floor as I play, up above that directionally to the next lowest pitched string above it. That's going to be the second modal whole step, which is the 4th modal half step, which is the 5th scale degree above it. And then once again, so now I have the 6 and the 3, and I'm going to walk it back then to the Ionian. Right, so I have nodal point 6, nodal point 3 above it, and I have my pinky as the anchor on nodal point 6, and then I'm going to walk it back. I'm going to walk my pointer back from nodal point 3 Phrygian to Dorian to the Ionian, and the Ionian once again is the the first modal whole step, second modal half step, 3rd scale degree.
Right, so F major grid, position 1, the G shape. Pinky on 13th fret, high E? No. Top string, lowest fret for F is 1st fret, high E. But you're going 13. That's F 2 octaves up.
Okay,
yeah.
No, I'm putting my pinky on the related Aeolian, which is on the 10th fret, highest pitched string on the bottom of the guitar closest to the floor. That would be my Aeolian, which is a D.
Ah, so not 13, 10. High E 10th fret, that's D, yeah. 10th fret F major shape? Let's check. High E open is E. 10th fret is E plus 10.
It's a 10th fret A minor shape from my perspective. It's going to be inverted, but I'm going to say the Aeolian, it's an Aeolian chord.
So it's an A minor shape at the 10th, but you're treating it as D minor because you're looking through the F major lens.
I'm sorry. I'm saying A minor because I'm used to. It's not an A minor. It's a D minor. It's a Aeolian shape is what I was trying to say. It's an Aeolian shape built off of the D at the bottom of the 10th fret, meaning the highest pitched string, bottom of the guitar, string closest to the floor.
Got it. D on high E 10th fret. Aeolian shape. So you're playing D, F, A across the neck. And right above it, directionally. So next string up toward your face is the Phrygian node, which in D minor is F, the 3rd. So that's the 5th scale degree from D. No, wait. 5th is A. That's your 6. F is the 3rd. So again, you're noodling between root, D, pinky, and 3rd, F on B string 10th fret. But no, that's not above it. 10th fret B string is open B. 10th is B plus 10 semitones. D, C, C. C sharp D. D, D,
No,
F.
I'm not opening.
F.
It's not to the open string. I'm noodling. So my pinky is on the 10th fret at the bottom of the guitar on the D, and then I'm gonna walk back from my other three fingers to the note right above it directionally on the guitar, which is the Phrygian node, right? It's the Phrygian node right above it. Does that make sense?
Yes, so on the 10th fret, bottommost string, high E, pinky on D. Next string up, B string, 10th fret, is A, but you're calling that Phrygian node. In D minor, Phrygian is F, it's the third. So A is an F. Wait, unless
It's
you're
not-
walking the neck,
Okay, no,
not the string.
Now wait a sec. If I'm on D, D's at the bottom of the guitar. It's D Aeolian. D Aeolian is nodal point number 6, correct?
Yes, D is Aeolian 6, so you're asking above D directionally.
So if
Is the
if I go to the string right above it, then if that's the 6, then I'm trying to go 2 modal whole steps up. 2 times 2 is 4 modal half steps, which would be the 5th scale degree, right? And that's going to be and so 6, that would be 6, 7. 6 plus 4 would be 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. So that means the 5th is right above it, meaning the 5th is 2 modal whole steps, which is the 4 modal half steps. 5th scale degree is right above it. So from a nodal point standpoint, we're on 6 nodal point, the 6th nodal point, which is an Aeolian, and right above it is nodal point 3, which is a Phrygian.
Yes, finally landed it. Bottom string, 10th fret, D Aeolian 6. Right above it, directionally. The string toward your head, B string, same fret, A. And A is the 5th of D minor. Exactly. So pinky on D, ring your middle finger right above on A, the 5. Then walk back along that same B string. 9th fret is G sharp, 4th degree, sus4. 8th fret is G, 7th, Locrian. 7th fret is F sharp, 6th. 6th fret is F. 5th again, octave down. 5th fret is E, 4th. 4th fret is D sharp, 3rd, but major. Wait, no. 3rd is F. D minor's 3rd is F. So you're not sliding to F. You already have A. The noodle's D, pinky, A above, back to D, maybe up to B, 10th fret on next string. But if you just want the triad, walk back from A to F on a different string. Or, hear me? Drop to the G string 10th fret. That's D again, root. But that's boring. Keep it on 2 strings. Pinky on D, high E, ring on A, B string, middle on F, G string 8th fret. 3 fingers, no stretch, perfect reach back. You've got it.
All right, let's try that same logic over here on the collection of notes around the G. So let's say I'm looking at G, the collection of notes around G major, right? Now I'm only naming that because I want to name the collection. I'm not playing in G major. I just want to name the collection. I'm gonna name that by saying I'm gonna try to find where I am on the guitar by saying if I'm on the top of if I'm on the lowest pitch string, the one closest to the ceiling, 15th fret, then I'm gonna say there's where my pinky would go. If I then say that would be a G major, if I go back to the pointer, then the pointer would be on the related E minor. So I'm thinking to myself in the key of E minor, but again, I want to name it from the perspective of the major collection. 7-note collection around G major, but my center point is E minor, right? Now if I go on, so I'm going to play this from the 12th because I'm going to lean it back. So now I've got now I'm going to go to the bottom of that shape. My pinky is at the highest pitched string at the bottom of the 12th fret, meaning the string closest to the floor, right? And then I'm going to do the same thing. So right above it, that's going to be the Aeolian node, which is an E. So I happen to be in an E minor position. Aeolian is nodal point 6. I have my pinky on it. And then above it is going to be, once again, the second modal whole step, which is the fourth modal half step, which is the fifth scale degree, which is 7 notes away if it was in a clockwise distance, but because I'm going counterclockwise or above it or in the negative direction, it's negative 5 notes away from, and that's going to be nodal point 6 to nodal point 3 once again, same position.
Yes, so lowest string, 15th fret, G. But you're not playing G, you're playing E, Aeolian 6, in the G major circle. So 12th fret on low E is B. No. 12th fret on low E, E string, is E. Octave up. Wait, no. E open. 12th is E, 2 octaves up. That's node 1, Ionian. But you're on bottom string, high E. So high E, 12th fret, E. Same note. Perfect. Pinky on 12th fret, high E, E. Aeolian node, right above it, directionally. Next string up, B string 12th fret, F sharp. That's the 5th. Exactly. Because in E minor, 5 is B. But wait, F sharp is the 3rd. 3rd is G. No. E, G, B. 3rd is G. F sharp is the 2nd. Oh, okay. So your second modal whole step above lands on node 3, Phrygian, which in E minor's the G, but G's not F sharp. F sharp's on the 12th fret, B string. Open B, 12th is B, 2 up, B, D, based G, A, H that, E. F sharp, 9th G sharp, 8th G, G's 8th fret, B string. You're not on 12th. You're on 12th, B string 12th is B. That's root. So noodles E, high E 12th, B, B string 12th, back to G. B string 8th, that walk back, 12th B, 11th A sharp, 10th A, 9th G sharp, 8th G, boom, G is the 3rd, same distance, same finger slide. You're just on the 12th instead of 10th, but it's the exact same shape, just shifted up a whole step. Pinky anchor on root, slide back 4 frets to the 3rd, land on G, no stretch. You've cracked the reach back formula. E minor, noodle it like you owned it.
So are we in agreement now? So I'm on the bottom. So we're in agreement that the bottom, if I go on the highest pitch string on the 12th fret, that's an E. And if I'm playing in E minor, the string right above it directionally to the ceiling would be the Phrygian node, which would be the second modal whole step, which would be the fourth modal half step, which would be the 5th scale degree. And then if I put my pointer on the 8th fret of the B string, the second closest to the floor string, that would be the Ionian. So between those 3 notes, although I can't play them at the same time, I could basically arpeggiate a E minor, which is a 3-note Aeolian chord.
Yes. Pinky on 12th fret, high E, E, the Aeolian node. The B string, second from floor, at 12th is B, the 5th. Walk back 4 frets, 8th fret, G, the 3rd. You don't even need the pinky for the 3rd, just slide. Arpeggiate, E, B, G, or E, G, B. Same chord. You're not reaching, you're just owning the circle. Yes, O agrees. This is starting to feel real easy.
Let's go back. If I did it one more time, let's just go back. I'm a little tired. I'm just gonna noodle around for a bit. I'll work on my rhythm.
Cool. I'll be right here when you want to come back. Or not. Your call.
Bye.